Today we're at a home in Poway, California, and we're going to show you how to rebuild a two-handle shower valve. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go out front of the house and shut off the water. Then we're going to bleed the water before we do our repair. Let's go inside. This is probably 25 to 35 years old, and it's currently was leaking. Somebody has tried to fix it. The ends of the stems are broke off. It's leaking out the packing nut and out the handles. It's leaking out the shower head also. We're going to go ahead and take the trim off that somebody else has already unscrewed. The stems look like this inside the wall. The stem wrench fits on top here and you can remove it. But in this case, somebody has caulked it in and tiled it in to the point where this tool does not fit in the wall. Best way to do that is either chip the tile away, or in this case we're going to use a rotozip. This is really important. Before you pull valve stems out of a wall, take your channel locks and turn the valve stem half on and half off. Never install a valve stem with the stem all the way out, because you could wreck the seats. Take your stem wrench, remove your valve stems. I'm going to check for the screw and the washer, that it's not inside the valve body still. And what this washer sits against to stop the water is a seat like this. And we're going to pull these seats that are existing inside the valve out with a seat wrench. On this one here, you notice that it's missing a screw. Well, that's a problem, because if it's not in the valve stem, where's it at? Well, hopefully we're going to find it inside the valve body. We'll pull out the seat and see what happens. Put the seat tool in here. That goes all the way inside there. And the seats were loose. That's an old seat. If this isn't smooth, then the rubber washer can't shut off the water. And I'm going to go ahead and have somebody turn the water on outside for me at the house service, so that we can blow out as much of the debris as we can. The reason for this PVC sleeves here, I'm going to tilt them down, is so we don't get a bunch of water inside the wall. We'll see how we did. I'll be darned, there's the screw that you definitely want to get out of that valve stem. That would cause a problem. And the hot port still has a little bit of something in there. I'm going to dig that out of there. There we go. As you can see, that an obstruction that would cause that valve stem that we're going to put in not to seal right. I'm going to take some pipe dope, and we're going to put just a little bit of pipe dope on the end of these seats. Install the seat with a seat wrench inside the valve body. So before we install this valve stem, we're going to turn the valve stem half on, half off. Snug it up with some channel locks. Always tighten the packing nut a little bit. And now you can go ahead and turn the valve stem off. Put the retainer sleeves on. Put the escutcheons on. Careful not to cross-thread them because you're screwing on the plastic. Put the handles on. Putting the hot and cold index buttons on. Hot on the left, cold on the right. And clean off the wall. We like to use DAP. It's an acrylic-based caulking. Put around these escutcheons to make it waterproof. Actually, it's not going to make it waterproof. It's going to make it water resistant. Take a wet sponge in your finger, like this on the sponge. Just wipe it around like that. Let that dry for 24 hours and you're good to go.